Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to the new video. I'm the Casual Racing Gamer. Today we are going to take a step back. We're going to take a step back, go back to basics, because for me, reaching a driver rating A changed a lot. It changed a lot of my racing craft, and it didn't change it for the better. It kind of made me feel like I needed to, I always felt like I was trying to overperform when I reached an A, and I felt like I was trying to achieve more than I should be achieving. And I was racing harder than I should have been racing. And I kind of forgot everything that actually got me here. And I was so concerned about good finishes. And what happens when you're so concerned about good finishes and you start, driving aggressively and you don't like getting past, you make mistakes. You finish worse. It makes everything worse for you. So the biggest thing that really hit me was when my safety rating, I saw actually drop down to an A. I was like, holy cow, I need to take a step back here. I'm now in lobbies with other drivers with A and even B safety ratings. And that's not where I want to be. You want to obviously be with the highest safety drivers. And for that to happen, you need to be driving safe yourself, right? And I was always getting put in worse situations now, being in an A and not always being up front, but more mid-pack, backpack. And I was always concerned about finishing in the back and always trying to move up and not letting cars pass. And it was you make mistakes. You really make mistakes. So I need to take a step back. I need to get back to an S rating. This race at Spa, I took a car that I'm not fast in. My whole goal here was to get back to an S safety rating. That's what I needed. I don't care about my driver rating. I don't care about being in an A. I had great races in a B, and if I go back to a B, I am quite okay with that. But I want to still race the way that I've been racing that got me here. And if that doesn't get me good top finishes, I just want to have good races. It's all about good racing. I don't really care about the driver rating A. It's all about having fun. And if you don't win, and if you fall back to the previous driver rating, if you're an A, you fall back to a B to a C, just have fun, guys. Just have fun. So I needed to go back to that. I needed to just have fun. This is Spa. I took a car that I'm not fast in. This is the McLaren. So the McLaren has really good stability, and there are guys that are fast, but this wasn't the car that I actually practiced on the track where I've hit my best qualifying times. I just wanted to stay consistent, and I just wanted to just drive where I'm not worried about losing the actual car, and I just felt like it had good stability. So we went here, starting P9, and again, this race was focused on just staying clean, not worried at all about my finish, at all. Like, I don't care. If I go back to a B, I'm totally okay with that. I don't need to be an A-rated driver. I just want to be with other drivers that fit my style and fit my level of driving. And I always said when I went to an A that I kind of felt like I'm out of my league. So if I fall back, I fall back, and I'm all good with that. So let's take a look what happens in this race. Again, I'm focused here not on this race was not about me going ahead and moving forward, running good fast laps. It was about staying clean, just getting my head back into what it needs to be back into to race good. I had so many bad races. I've just, cars were just driving crazy, and then it makes you do things and it makes you want to defend more because they're just pushing you out of the way and they're trying to wreck you, and just a lot of things happen, and it makes you change the way you drive, and that's not how I usually drive. So I need to go back to basics. I need to go back to just staying clean. I need to go back to letting cars pass me. I'm okay letting cars pass me. Like I said, I need to stop worrying about my driver rating, just worry about a nice, clean race, stay good, and just run consistent laps. Now, as we're going to see in this race, I run extremely slow laps. I was not looking for speed here. I was not looking to run good laps. I'm like 3-4 seconds off from my qualifying lap time, actually. But again, I went with a car that I knew I wasn't fast in yet. I didn't practice in this car. I just know it had good grip, good stability, and I was just looking to stay in the actual race itself. So, this was a 5-lap race. I did struggle with the GT3 cars at Spa. I've been racing the Group 4 cars so much that going back to a Group 3 car, I had to kind of I felt like I was like relearning things a lot to handle the faster car. The grip is so much different. It's so much easier to lose the car in a Group 3 car than a Group 4 car. So, that was something that I needed to adjust to again. You know, this I'm running traction control on 1. Usually with the Group 4 cars, I shut off traction control, but I did put it on 1 because again, I wasn't looking for speed here. I was looking for stability. So we're running P9 here, and I'm okay with P9. I'm okay with P10. I don't care if I fall back in this race. You know, like I'm still gonna just try to stay as competitive as possible here. But my main concern was I need to get back to an S-rated safety rating. That was my main goal here. We have a cars going off the side there, so we pull into we take P7 here. So you know I'm good with that. So this would be great if I can stay here, but again I'm still going through my head. I'm not gonna aggressively try to stay in P7. I'm not looking to stay at an A-rated driver. I'm looking to for some reason, for me, my safety rating is more important to me than my driver rating. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments, guys. What's more important to you? Is it your safety rating or your driver rating? So car on my inside here, I'm gonna let him pass me. Again, I'm not gonna battle here. I wasn't looking to battle because that's when you start getting into messes. When you start battling, this is how you also affect your safety rating, because you don't know who you're driving with. You don't know if they're going to come at you aggressively. Then you end up sliding, and then you slide into someone else. It just becomes a big mess. And I was just involved in so many messes lately that I was just shocked when I saw my driver rating take a hit. Even when you feel like it's not your fault, just being in the mess, getting a car hit you, and then you hitting someone else, like there's just so many things that make you responsible, even if you don't feel like you're responsible for it. So take that into consideration when there's a lot of cars around you, you know. And again, I wanted to go back to what got me here, what got me to a driver rating A, and it wasn't driving aggressively. It wasn't worrying about top 5, top 3, top 1 finishes. It was just driving good, consistent laps, staying on the track, not really battling with other cars. Yes, you know, defending your position, trying to overtake when possible, but not aggressively overtaking, not aggressively defending, not trying to like really, you know, affect my own race. And that's what was happening. I was getting overly aggressive when I was driving, and that's not the way I usually drive. But you know, I guess it just got in my head. Taking that a little wide, so giving the car the opportunity behind me to catch up. Obviously, they're running faster because they take that turn a little better. So he's going to come to my inside. Again, not going to aggressively fight these guys. They got the inside. I'm going to give it to them. You know, someone could have defended that line when they were coming in there. I wasn't looking to defend, so I fall back to 11th, and I'm okay taking that a little wide there. I have a car to my left taking advantage of it. He's going to pass me. Everyone's passing me. I just have so much going through my mind in this race. And I'm just focused again. I don't want to get rammed off the track. I don't want to hit anyone. It's kind of a different race for me right now. It's kind of, again, getting that safety rating up. But like I was saying, guys, let me know in the comments what are you more focused on? What are you more worried about? Having a high safety rating or a higher driver rating? I think you get better races when you're in a higher safety rating lobby. But I also think there's still a lot of bad driving, even when you're in a complete S rate. This is the first time I dropped down since I probably got to S safety rating. I've never been back to an A. So this was a real wake up call for me. And this is like you know, this is like a meeting we're having here. Like this is some help. I'm trying to help myself here while I'm talking to you guys. This was helpful for me to speak to you guys about it, because I don't want you guys to fall into the same situation that I put myself into. Again, keeping clean, consistent laps. Don't worry about being the fastest. Just run clean. So right now we're running P11. Lap times are terrible, right? My qualifying in this lap for this race was like a 2:20 something. And I actually improved on my qualifying lap time to I'm in the 2:19s now. So I can obviously run a little quicker. I can obviously run quicker on this track, but I'm not looking to run. I'm not looking to run quick like that. I'm just looking to stay good here. P12. I started in P9. I dropped a couple places. If I get pushed out of I like the back of his car. That's really sick. All right. Anyway, if I get pushed down to a B, we're gonna have some good races in a B class, right? We're gonna have some good races in a B lobby if we need to. So we're gonna get back to where we came from. We're gonna focus here. We're gonna pull our safety rating up. We're gonna not worry about our driver rating, and we're getting past, and we're now in P13. Am I getting upset while I'm racing? 100%. It's a little discouraging watching yourself fall back, but I had to make the decision. Do I try to start running faster laps and really push the car, or do I just stay clean, get a clean race bonus finish, and see if I can get back to my S safety rating? That's what's going through my mind in this race. I see no one behind me. I'm in a comfortable P13 right now. P12 is still close. I'm running really slow laps, right? So I know I can, even in this car, I can push a lot more. But I'm not really willing to at this point to push a lot more unless things just happen in front of me and I can take advantage and move up there. So we're coming we're coming in. We're gonna come into starting lap 4 out of 5 soon. Laser Lizard spins out a little bit, loses the back end. So we're still gonna hang out here behind him, running a 2:24. So our lap time came a little better, but it's still a horrible lap time. And I know and unfortunately when I'm running in VR, I don't know what my lap times are. So if you actually catch it when you pass the line, you'll see what it is. But if you're not paying attention and you don't catch it, you don't know what your lap time is there. So I'm just trying to run where I feel comfortable with the car. I don't really know how bad in the race while I'm actually running it, because of course I'm racing in PSVR2, guys, and I really hope we get that. We get a HUD update that gives us this information. But until then, I don't have this listing my lap times for me, so I'm not really sure how I'm looking, and I'm just trying to run where I feel comfortable with the car. Laser Lizard spinning off the track there a little bit. It doesn't look like he picked up a penalty though going off track, so he's still running P12. We're running P13. P14 is nowhere in sight in our mirror, so right now we're still looking good. I'm not worried about catching P12 at this point. I'm more concerned, as long as there's no cars behind me catching me, is what I'm more concerned about, because I can pace nice with P12. If I finish in P13, I'm okay. We've had a clean race so far. I just want to stay on the track. I don't want to lose the car anywhere. I don't want to affect my race. And like I said, we're running a clean race, so we're good here. Even though we're P13 out of 14, we're not in last. We're pretty close to last, but I'm okay with that. You guys need to just be okay with having bad finishes sometimes. It's going to happen, but a bad finish and not a clean race is definitely not good, right? So as long as I have a bad finish, but I have a clean race, I'm still keeping my safety rating good. I'm still racing clean. I'm still keeping my racecraft the way I want it to be. I want to be clean. I want to have clean races. I don't want to be in a mess of cars. I don't want to have to be in situations where you kind of have no choice, and you just get in these situations. And it's not that you're trying to hit people or wreck people. It's the situations that you put yourself into that you can't get out of, and there's just cars all over the place, and you either just like stop your car completely and let everyone pass you and then start going, or you kind of, because you always still want to be competitive, right? You don't want to just give up places in the race. You do want to be competitive. So I don't want this to be misunderstood where I'm saying I don't want to be competitive in a race. I'm not going to try, but you want to be competitive, you want to try, but you have to be very selective on your situation and how you choose to act in that situation. To me, we got a whole mess of cars here. We have a wrecks happening, so we're able to take over. We're able to move up here, which was a good thing, because that's what we're trying to do here. Even though we're not racing fast, we're looking for other cars to make the mistakes, and we can take advantage of that. So that's just what we're looking for. But yeah, what I'm saying is, I'm not giving myself up to other cars. I'm not being competitive. I'm being competitive, but I'm being selective. I'm strategically, I need to get back to that strategic racing mindset, not worry about my driver rating. I'm kind of been falling back in back of the packs, because I've been starting like mid-back packs in a lot of these races. And I'm racing with really fast, good drivers. And I'm like, now I was at like a mid-A when I was driving smart, and now I'm down to almost like a bottom A. So the B is really close, right? So and I already got to A. So if I go back to B, I know I can get back here, right? I just need to be in that same mindset. I just need to be driving strategically well and not aggressively. And I know a lot of guys drive aggressive, and that's why there's a lot of wrecks, there's a lot of accidents, and it's not just the GT7 thing. It's in any sim racing game. Guys want to win. We all want to win. We all want to be competitive. We all want to race good. We all want to race side by side. We all want to be like racing close with cars. But you also have to know who you're racing with, what the other car drivers are like, how they're going to race you, and if people understand, if staying in their line, if you're racing side by side. So here we are coming in to the end here. We only dropped right now 1 spot. We went from 9 to 10, so that's actually not that bad at this current point. Coming in the chicane, unfortunately, I took the chicane a little too hot. I came a little too wide. I got 2 cars coming in here for us, and then we got 1 car on my left that actually takes advantage of it and puts me back into P11. If I would have handled that chicane a little better, obviously I would have taken the P10. I would have been able to just drop back 1 spot. But anyway, in this race, I did get a clean race bonus. I raced again. I got another clean race bonus. And I'm happy to say that I am back to an S safety rating, which was what my goal was. That was my goal, to at least get my safety rating back, to run and not stop there, but to keep running some good safety races where I'm not going to be on that tipping block of SA. I want to be in a strong S again. So again, going back to the way I got here, the way I'm racing, driver rating is I don't care about driver rating. I don't care. Put me back to a B. I'm quite happy in a B. So if I stay in A, that's great. If I fall back to a B, that's great. We're just going to race good. We're still going to be competitive. We're just going to pick and choose our battles a little bit better and not be concerned, and not because as you move up, you feel like you need to be a little more aggressive. You need to feel like, oh, okay, well, now that I'm here, I feel like I need to be a better driver. But my being a better driver doesn't mean being more aggressive. It just means consistent. Consistency is what actually gets you good finishes, and you will get them if you're consistent. So anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave me comments below. Thumb it up if you did. Subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Appreciate it, guys. We out of here. Peace.